start off with racism. And I wanted to talk about this because it's really levels to it. We at a point now where it's not really affecting us as much as it's affecting the people that, portraying the racism. And so this is why they starting to get more angry than ever. You think about it, why are these dudes walking around here with guns? Like, what are y'all really doing? The Proud Boy. What are you doing? You ain't got nothing better to do with your life. That's weird. You walking around like somebody's causing problems for you, but you the one that's causing problems. I swear, the thing about racism, the people who are racist, they love to fucking project. They like to take on the trauma, but they don't really take it on. They act like they the victims. That shit is so fucking annoying. There's one thing you got to deal with bullshit, but then they act like the victims. Walking around here with your guns, protesting like you not the fucking racist. I don't know why that shit bothered me more than racism itself. I'm trying to play the fucking victim of it. That shit is so irritating. That's reverse racism. Shut the fuck up. Y'all get on my nerves, man. Right now, I'm kind of irritated. I don't know why. But I think just talking about that just made me mad because you see them everywhere. I made a post about this lady asking, do you guys not like us because we're white? See, that's what I be talking about right there. That bullshit projection. That bullshit projection, I mean. Trying to act like you trying to ask a question that we should ask your goofy ass. And that's the thing that annoyed me so much. They try so hard to play victim. Like, you know exactly what you... That's the thing, too, because it's like... Are they that slow for real, or do they just play games? Either way, it's fucking annoying, man. It's like talking to a kid, arguing with a kid or something. That's why, luckily for me, I will have to repeat something to get angry like I just did. I don't go back and forth with racists, and when I do say something to them, it's because I actually enjoy like just calling them out and making them feel dumb, because I put shit in ways where you can't deny it. So they be in the comment section talking shit, but it's like saying the same stuff over. And one of the most common things they say is, you guys need to worry about your own black on black crime. So we're gonna talk about black on black crime and what it actually is. See, black on black crime is really just gang members shooting at other gang members. Now, you might catch a few people with stray bullets, but you talk about black on black crime because of gang members, but every race got gangs. So how come it ain't Hispanic on Hispanic crime, white on white, Asian on Asian? They don't never talk about that shit. But what about when it's not gang members, right? Black people, we don't go around mass shooting shit. You see how it worked though? Like, people who don't volunteer to be in gangs get shot up at schools and Walmarts and movie theaters and nightclubs and shit like that. But you want to talk about black on black crime? Like, in Russia, 130 people died not too long ago because you know who walked in the building and decided he was going to shoot at all the people. Israel versus Palestine. Now, they might not be white, but they close to it, damn near. Whatever it is, they all don't like black people, so it's all the same. Tomato, tomato, don't really care. Same shit. Talking about black on black crime. Russia, Ukraine. Same shit. Bunch of white dudes blowing each other up. People love to talk, though. Love to focus on black people. Like, y'all cause so much destruction, but then be talking all this shit like you really scared of black people. And they really do act like they scared, too, which is crazy. It's weird. Like, they lock their doors and shit, clutch their purses. Like, we gonna steal from them. Y'all stole people. You stole us, motherfucker. Like, that's just the projection. That's what I be saying. What y'all think I was talking about in the beginning? That the projection is worse than the racism part. To me, besides the violent shit, when they project, they talk about reverse racism, when they try to play the role that you would think we would play. Like, they treat us the way you would think we would treat them because of what we go through because of them. It's just weird, but how come we don't have it? It's not there. And so, like, they just be, they be wondering and waiting for it to happen, but it don't. So we gonna dive into what actually happened to racist people. Like, where did this come from? Where did racism come from? Because it was an idea that started a long time ago. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to misquote it, but the same way we got classes, that's what they wanted to do. Now, the first thing they did though was the skin color. They couldn't think of anything else until they finally came up with something that could separate people based off of importance, I guess. And so they did the skin color. The lighter you were, the more important you would be to the world, or they would think you are. But the thing is, the people who had that plan, obviously they was that skin tone. And they wasn't just coming up with rules. You have to be willing to be the most evil motherfucker that ever existed in order to take over the world like they did. These motherfuckers took over the world. Ain't that crazy? They took over the world, but you have to be willing to be the most evil. So they scared Japan, all them other countries. America scared the world when they showed how fucking evil and violent they was willing to be. And I'm not talking about before, I'm talking about after. Because you already know England fucking colonized everywhere. The motherfuckers colonized everything, even America. But America is independent even though it's colonized. That's why we still speak English. This is England shit. We just act like it's ours to, let them. Same thing they do with Mexico. Same thing they do with all these other places. They let them keep their languages, but they got the thing that they worship, which is God, that look like a white man, because that's who they want y'all to believe is God for. England motherfuckers. But yeah, it's just crazy because you think about this country, it's like, well, how is it religious? How did religion come to be? Well, like I was saying, they use the skin color to separate people, and so all of the lighter people would be treated, fairly. All of the black people, the brown people, slaves all around the world, all of them. And basically, shit, people forfeited. So England won, which means fake Jesus won, and that's why most of the world believe in fake Jesus and speak English. Yeah, that's crazy, right? So racism, when did the idea come to America? Well, before the United States government established, whoever had the authority to finally make it to what it is, they brought the idea of slavery. Rich people, pretty much. They brought the idea of slavery. The government, before it was established, they brought the idea of slavery to America. And they used Europeans to do the dirty work for them. But how do you do this though? You got to get a 2-for-1 special. So you brainwashing the slaves, but also the people who are going to be the slave masters. How do you do it? With religion. It was being brainwashed with religion. And the message from God to the slaves: obey your earthly masters with fear, respect, and sincerity, just as you would do Christ. And so that wasn't just for the slaves, even though it said this is what God told the slaves. That was for the slave masters, because the slaves and the slave masters both believe in fake Jesus. So when God was telling the slaves, obey your earthly masters with fear, respect, and sincerity, just as you would do Christ, who was the earthly masters? Well, it's the people that you're calling massa, right? They the earthly masters. And so these people were brainwashed just like the slaves to do the dirty work. I don't know where all of the torturing, the whipping, and the forcing themselves on black people and hanging from trees. I don't know where they got all that wicked shit from. But, they thought they believed in God and they was doing that shit at the same time. But what happens when the government who gets long and they say, we ended slavery? It ain't just gonna go down that easy. That's why they was willing to fight, the North is the South. And like I mentioned this in the video, these racist people still walking around with this Confederate flag bullshit because they can't get over the fact that they lost. And the dude was posting like, how I feel knowing that my side would win the Civil War if it happened again. Like, you fucking clown. You don't even realize y'all lost because y'all was going against the government. You was never gonna win, just like you wouldn't win if it happened again. And that's what I pretty much said in the video. But the thing is, they was never gonna win that war, because the idea to abolish slavery was really just to hide who they really was. You have to pretend and pander. So they was taking the slaves from the slave fields to the prison fields. Slavery never ended. They just transformed it. They reformed it, I guess, or revised it, whatever you want to call it. They just reformed it. That's all it is, man. Same labor, same chains, same amount of black people. The only difference is they'll lock white people up too. Not as much, but you know, it's mostly black people. They want to enslave us that way. They don't understand that Make America Great Again means they want their slave back. How do I know this? Because this country is a white privileged country. It's a racist privileged country. They have never lost their benefits of racism and everything they did to black people. They never paid for it. There's no bill to protect black people. So when they say Make America Great Again, like it's not just as racist as ever, what has changed besides losing their slaves? Being able to treat black people any kind of way with no consequences. That's what they want, to be great again. But it's not gonna happen. The government cut y'all out of the deal. And that's what they don't really get. They'll really be mad if they were smart enough to recognize that. And maybe they do, and that's why they mad. Took y'all slaves, cut y'all out of the deal. Now y'all not making money no more for black people. They making 100% out of the profit. Cut out the middleman. That's what that is. And they've been pissed ever since. And they act like that with us in their neighborhoods. But they ain't have a problem when we was in their house. That's how you know it's a bullshit lie. We used to be in their house. They used to let black people shave them. The black ladies used to breastfeed their kids and shit. But they act like they don't want us in their neighborhood now? No, they just don't want us to be there because we ain't got to be in the back of their house somewhere. These motherfuckers mad, for real. Think about it. Imagine that. You deal with racism, then you got to deal with the fact that they mad because they don't get to control us no more. It's just fucking stupid. They don't get to control us. And they racism don't mean nothing unless they act on it. This shit bothers them so much. The Proud Boys walking around here, storming the Capitol and shit. Tomorrow, Make America Great Again. What does that even mean? Like, the fool that y'all said that with, like he was the president already for 4 years. Why are y'all still saying it? Why is it so hard to make America great again? Because the shit was never fucking great. That's why. And you gotta be great for the first time. But you complaining like you lost greatness. You ain't lose a damn thing. It's the funniest shit in the world. And don't get it twisted. I don't fuck with Trump, but I also don't fuck with Biden. But I also don't fuck with no politician, so it ain't nothing personal. As long as you step in that role, I don't fuck with you. People just, the worst thing about politics is the fucking people that's brainwashed. Because the politicians, they'll lose, man. I already had a debate with somebody, and it wasn't about politics, it's about religion. You know those people that be on the streets preaching their religion and shit? They wasn't gonna never post that video. I seen the look of defeat. I know what'll happen when I talk to the politicians. They won't win because I come from a different perspective that people don't think about, and it's the only one that matter. And so basically, when you talking like this to people, man, they ain't gonna want to respond. So it's the people who don't know what the hell they talking about. It's the brainwashed motherfuckers who are part or think they're a part of the system, but they under the illusion of inclusion. You're not a part of this shit for real. They say if you don't vote locally or whatever, it's gonna change your life either way. That type of shit that make me more mad than these motherfuckers being in control of us. I never voted in my life, and everything about my life has been based on my own decisions. It's been exactly what I can about expect based off of what I do intentionally or what I don't do. My life is set up perfectly the way I want it to be. Everything I'm going through is on purpose. I don't live based off of the government. The only thing I got to do with them motherfuckers is the fact that they make us pay taxes. That's it. Besides that, man, I'm not listening to your government. I don't value your education. I don't value your politics and none of that bullshit. keep it away from me. And that's what it is. So when I be hearing the people that's brainwashed, yeah, we gotta get out there and vote. That shit just so dumb. Like, you motherfucker, you a grown man, you a grown woman, and you talking about we gotta go vote because our life is gonna change. If your life is dependent on another man or woman, you ain't doing something right already. And voting ain't gonna help that shit, I promise you. How many fucking times do each president have a chance to show that they can make a difference, but they not gonna ever do it? Oh, I put in a bill, but it didn't pass. The House of Representatives got it. Yeah, that's all bullshit. They set that shit up like a fucking maze, like a trick. Only the things they want to get passed will get passed. It'd be the most basic shit that you would think, like, oh, that's easy. Why do they even got to talk about passing this bill? We're not going to pass it. There's no bill to protect black people. Like, no, put one in today, motherfucker. What's so hard about doing the right thing? They don't want to fucking do it. That pissed me off so much. That's why I don't fuck with voting. And black people, man, they fucking irritate me, irritate my soul. Because it's our fault that we keep voting for these motherfuckers. Put a bill in to protect black people from the fucking racism. Pay reparations. The fuck? Why are you voting? Like, for what? And it ain't even about the fucking reparations. It ain't about the money. It ain't even about them being racist. It ain't even about them voting. It's about the fact that they really choose not to do the right thing when they got a choice. We're not going to put a bill in, or the bill can get put in, but we're going to deny it. They basically just saying, fuck you, fuck your existence, everything you go through, and we gonna vote for you, voting for that? And you think it matter because they a Democrat or Republican? Like it make a fucking difference? It's the same fucking bird, the left wing and the right wing. It's the same building. Don't trust them motherfuckers. If they was real enemies, they'd have their own building. The fuck out of here, man. Nobody try to hear that dumbass shit. They still shake hands at the end, but they want us to believe it's a real separation. Yeah, only between the people. The motherfucking government is the same shit. They all get free health care. Shit is so fucking dumb, and we paying for it. We so fucking stupid. That's why I gotta talk like this now, because I'm mad. This is passion right here. We so fucking ignorant, it don't make sense. We pay for